Hello Twin Flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. Today we're going to do a special edition reading for Divine Masculines. So any Divine Masculines and Cross Watchers are welcome because there will be content for both really. So we'll take a look at what DMs are currently tackling in their karmic life. We'll get them some advice and we'll also get some messages from DMs to DS watching what's happening on their mind and on their heart. And we'll get a card of guidance for Divine Feminines watching as well. So I will start with the tarot today actually. And I brought my Souls on Fire tarot. So this is like the inner child emphasis. We'll take a look at what's going on with karmic patterns and what kind of events are DMs navigating at this time, what is important for us to know and understand. Okay, let's see. And by the way, another take that you can have on it, especially for cross watchers, for DFs, is that of course each of us has the masculine, the feminine energy, so you can treat it as the part of it. Anything that I'm mentioning for Divine Masculine, this will be relevant to your masculine side, and you may still find some useful topics and themes for consideration for yourself, because there are a lot of thoughts and methodologies around the fact that you're supposed to, when we talk about twin flame union, it's important to start with the union of those energies within you, with the balance of them. And it is an art, it is a skill, it is something that usually takes time to work towards, but it's also important to have that kind of perspective and to, whenever you're considering certain life experiences, to be able to see it that way and apply as much of a balance as possible. Speaking of which, we immediately got the Temperance card and Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So it's like DMs actually seeing the disbalance in certain situations. It's almost like the disbalance of what they input, what they provide, what they give away, what do they give versus what they receive. Or in other words, there is also the lack of luck, a lack of success that they're feeling, and intuitively they're trying to balance those energies out. Temperance is the biggest card for that. On the other hand, it's also a card of patience and being observant and taking time with certain energies. So it's almost like the luck, the fortune is going to turn around. It's taking some time now. There are a lot of shifts and turbulences in the air. Still after the eclipse season, we are experiencing integrations of those energies in 3D, in the karmic patterns that we're working through. So a lot of us feel very unstable, but this is in part because these new energies take time to integrate, to adjust, and to feel comfortable with. So, and that's the whole alchemy of what the Temperance card is about, right? Like combining those ingredients, mixing those energies so that there is a perfect flow afterwards. Another story here is Eight of Cups and Ace of Wands in reverse. We spoke about it a little bit yesterday, actually. This is about, if you remember, there was a card about following the passion. So again, there is something that's stopping DMs from doing that at the moment, right? There's something in their karmic space that they need to leave behind. For a lot of them, this would be a job, this would be connection to certain friends or family members. It's something that's pretty settled. It's something that's there by default, you know, that is hard to get your mind around, just living it, changing it for good. But that's what's being asked. That's how those energies are hitting us at this time. And it's crucial that we at least see the way out of it, right? That we consider walking away, because we see, and notice that in this particular deck, the guy is actually holding a wand. It is still Eight of Cups, but this one, this passion that we're talking about, they're holding it because they have this passion and this inner desire in mind, because they see the inconsistency between that passion and what is actually going on in the karmic life. We have a furry friend joining us today. There we go. Yeah, so we have animal spirit in our reading. Anyway, yeah, so this necessity of walking away from something is actually brought by those desires and that strong drive towards the new direction, towards finally having the guts, having the courage to go that way. But it's only gonna be possible if you leave this burden behind. Okay, let's see what's in the works for Divine Masculines energy-wise. Let's see what's going on in 5D space before we get to the guidance from the Oracle deck. All right. So, yes, we have Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Four of Swords. Yeah, so Queen of Pentacles is one of my Divine Feminine cards. So masculines are really feeling this connection and considering Divine Feminine as the wife material, as the mother material. It's very specific. And in its turn, it's triggering them in the ways where they feel like they're asking themselves whether they are the husband material, the father material. And I mean, take gender how resonates, but you get the idea, right? It's not about the gender really. So they're going within, like with that energy, they're kind of like choosing to stay on their own, to kind of feel it through, to observe it, to decide what comes next. What does it mean? How does it inform their actions? That's another masculine here helping us today. How does it inform their actions, and why is this information coming into their space, right? Especially if they're not actually considering getting married or having kids at this time, but they are being drawn towards those energies, those thoughts, seeing dreams of that nature. And that's where that Eight of Swords energy comes in, because it's freaking them out. Okay, let's get into the guidance. Let's get a guidance for Divine Masculines first, and then we'll pull a card for Diaz watching as well. Alright, traveling lightly, simplify your life. Yeah, so this is another nudge towards leaving the burdens behind, being able to fly freely, to move freely, not have to worry about how will this person react, or how am I gonna handle this, or somebody falling out, you know, or certain habits that your friends don't understand. This is asking us to not to ignore those thoughts, but do not prevent yourself from going a certain way or fulfilling your wishes just because of that. It's almost like that's not even an issue. It's not a question that should be stopping you. For some, it actually will mean travel, but don't try to plan every step of the way in that trip. That's an important point, which might be eye-opening for some. But that's the point, because you'll be surprised in a good way, but only if you leave that space and if you travel lightly. What do we have for Divine Feminines watching? And I'm spotting my Ukrainian style shirt again, by the way. For those who haven't seen the video yesterday, this is called Vyshivanka. This is the national costume, the embroidered shirt that Ukrainians identify themselves by. And we had Vyshivanka Day just a couple of days back. So this is a nod to that tradition and to the legacy of Ukrainians in the world. All right, the feminine has got the card navigating by the stars. Follow your bliss. Yeah, so it's actually a similar vibe in a way. So I can see certain synchronicities here. The Knight also makes sense because this is more of a feminine energy. Following your bliss, following your intuition, you know, not having to rely on documents, on facts, but going more with the intuitive vibe of what feels good at this time. Okay, let's get some messages from DMs to DFs. What's on their heart and mind at this time? To me, this deck actually speaks a lot about their inner work, inner child work. That's why I feel it's very fitting into the topics we're considering today. Okay. I have trust issues, so we saw that with that self-sabotaging card. I don't feel good enough for you, so I run. Just mentioned about being the husband and father material, that it's scary. I have always loved you. Yeah. All right, so I think I'm gonna end it here. If you have any requests for specific format of the reading or topics that are of interest to you, let me know. I'm thinking about doing live at some point, probably in June when I get back to New York area and I settle at my new place. I might do a webinar in one of the topics. I will send a poll in YouTube about it to see what you guys are more interested in. But by all means, feel free to leave a comment or email me and let me know your ideas. And of course, I'm open for personal readings as well. Similar way, you can do it through emailing me, or you can visit my website, mindfulbamboo.com. There's a lot of useful information on mindfulness or wellness, and as well as my podcasts. So if you're more of a listening person and not reading, you have that. There is a playlist. And of course, you can also order my reading by, doing you can basically buy that service online. Let's put it that way. If you're interested in twin flame coaching, the first session is going to be an intro session for free, where we can talk about your specific situation and your goals, and then we'll take it from there. All right, I think that's it. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. If you like what I'm doing, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment, let me know what you liked, where you're from, something about you, what resonated for you in the reading. And I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye, everyone.